How's it going, guys? CotC here. I'm sure you guys would like to hear my thoughts on the Bravely collab controversy going on right now, and I plan to voice my thoughts on the matter in an upcoming video. In the meantime, today, I'm going to be going over the free character for the Bravely collaboration, Elvis. Wearing his black mage attire from Bravely Default 2, Elvis is a Lightning Scholar in Octopath CotC with an emphasis on big nuke damage. In this video, I'll be going over not only his kit, but everything you need to know to class him up as well. But first, let's give a quick mention to Elvis's voice actor, Kazuhiko Inoue, a veteran voice actor with a long list of roles. Some of his best known voice work are Yoriichi Tsugikuni from Demon Slayer, Guildarts from Fairy Tail, Cars from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, and of course, who could forget the beloved Kakashi from Naruto. Before we get into Elvis's kit, let's go over how his class up system works first. If you want to skip to his kit, there will be a timestamp on screen that you can skip to. Elvis starts as a 3-star unit with the ability to class up all the way to 5 stars. However, he doesn't use the normal sacred seals in order to do so. Instead, he uses hero seals, which you can collect by doing various tasks in the Bravely Dungeon and Bravely Hunts. Let's go over each of the different types of seals and where you can obtain them. In order to go to 4 stars, Elvis needs Hero Seals, which are the silver ones, and Hero Magic Seals, which are gold. There are 100 Hero Seals total in the game. 50 will be used for classing up to 4-star, and the other 50 are used to class up to 5-star. 20 Hero Seals can be obtained in treasure chests on the first and second floors of the Bravely Dungeon. There are 4 treasure chests containing 5 seals apiece. 5 are obtained from a feat when Elvis reaches level 40. 10 can be obtained from the memoirs, but only 2 of them can be obtained while Elvis is still a 3-star. 15 can be obtained from feats regarding hunts, but only 10 of them can be obtained while Elvis is still a 3-star. The remaining 50 can be purchased from the exchange using Heroite fragments, at a price of 1,000 fragments per seal. Of these 100 Hero Seals, you can get 37 while Elvis is still a 3-star unit, meaning that in order to class up to a 4-star, you will have to purchase a minimum of 13 seals in the exchange. As for Hero Magic Seals, there are 3 in total. The first is obtained by raising Elvis to level 20, easy enough. The second is obtained from a feat by defeating the Elite Minotaur in the second floor of the Bravely Dungeon. The last one can be purchased in the exchange for 5,000 fragments. This means that in order to class up Elvis to 4-star, it will require 18,000 Heroite fragments. After getting him to 4-star, you gain access to Chapter 3 of Elvis's Traveler story, as well as the 3rd floor of the Bravely Dungeon and the 3rd Bravely Hunt. Next, you need Hero Sacred Seals and Hero Divine Seals in order to class up to a 5-star. As I mentioned in my Bravely collab overview, you should not expect to be able to 5-star Elvis immediately, and it will probably take a couple months to get from a 4-star to a 5-star. Let's start with the Hero Sacred Seals, of which there are 50 in total. 5 are found in a chest in the 3rd floor of the Bravely Dungeon. 5 more can be obtained from a feat by defeating the Elite Rushalka on the same floor. 5 can be obtained from a feat by leveling Elvis up to level 60, and 5 can be obtained by defeating the rare King Chomper boss in the 3rd Bravely Hunt. In order to encounter this rare enemy, you must be doing manual hunts as opposed to easy hunts. You'll also need to do manual hunts anyway for another feat, requiring you to kill the Savage Huge Chomper 5 times, which is the regular boss for the 3rd hunt. The other 30 can be purchased in the exchange for 2,000 fragments apiece, totaling at 60,000 fragments. For the Hero Divine Seals, there are 3 in total. The first 2 are obtained in the memoirs, one for crafting E's Notebook, and the other for defeating the level 80 Adventurer, which is a secret boss in the 3rd floor of the Bravely Dungeon. The last Divine Seal is purchased for 10,000 fragments. The Heroite fragments used to purchase all these seals can be obtained in a few ways. The easiest way is just to do your Bravely Hunt every day, as that rewards Otherworld Heroites upon completion. Additionally, more Otherworld Heroites are rewarded through various feats pertaining to the Bravely collab content. Finally, one last way you can farm Heroites is by defeating the level 100 Adventurer once a day, which is the fight you're currently watching in the background. I'm going to be completely honest, I do not think that this fight is worth your time to fight every day with current equipment, and I would at least wait until the 4 class weapons are out, which will probably be later this month. It is worth noting though that the level 100 Adventurer awards 100 rubies when defeated for the first time, and I'll probably look to upload a guide on how to fight her at some point down the line. Now, with all that out the way, let's take a look at what Elvis can actually do. Stat-wise, he's tied for the lowest magic stat of the scholars with Therese, and unlike her, doesn't have a particularly high speed stat either. However, this can be easily fixed with Awakening 1. Since Elvis's Awakening Stones are also available in the Bravely Exchange, at 60,000 fragments apiece, he can get a substantial boost to all of his stats without having to invest in any gacha. For his skills, his main focus is on dealing high amounts of lightning damage, but has to sacrifice in the multi-hit department. He has no multi-hit lightning skills whatsoever. However, he has a powerful 260 potency nuke once he hits 5-star. Until then, his best lightning skill is Thunder, a 170 potency lightning nuke that he has by default. An interesting touch for this particular skill is that the name changes depending on how much you boost it, from Thunder to Thundara to Thundaga and finally Thundaja at max boost, which is a trait that is shared by other magic skills on the other Bravely collab characters. He also has a 180 power lightning AoE, which is also only available once he's reached 5-star, so a lot of his potential is unfortunately locked away until later. On the physical side, he has a 2-hit tome single target unlocked by default, which is fine. It's no 3-hit tome like Odette, but it's always good to have a multi-hit option. For utilities, he has a single target analyze as well as an AoE analyze, in case you want to reveal enemy weaknesses. He also has a single target heal in case you're lacking a bit of healing power on your team. He can also inflict single target lightning defense down for 2 to 5 turns based on boost level, increased to 3 to 6 turns at level 88. This can be a useful skill to combo with Therese's lightning defense down, since hers was only ever able to apply 2 turns of debuff per cast, and Elvis's can be used at max boost to greatly extend its duration, on top of allowing their debuffs together to hit the 30% cap. The final piece of Elvis's kit is a poison debuff. This skill is designed to work with Adele, whose passive gives her 30% attack up while an enemy is poisoned. While this skill isn't exactly the most attractive option, the damage boost for Adele can be very helpful if you intend on making her one of your main sources of damage for a particular fight. Next, looking at his passives, he gets 25% lightning damage up. 5% shy of the usual 30% element damage up that we usually see on 5-star scholars is a tad unfortunate, but nothing that can't be fixed up by equipping a Lightning Rune 1. Elvis's other passive refunds him SP based on 1% of damage dealt when he uses the attack command. Typically, I see Elvis as more of a backline unit, who only moves to the front line when it's time to unleash some fat nukes, so this passive is not the most useful if he's going to be spending most of his time in the back regenning his SP anyways. Of course, we can't talk about Elvis without also talking about his Awakening 4 accessory. Since the Awakening Stones are available in the exchange, every player will eventually have access to this powerful accessory. It gives 50 attack and 50 magic, and is equipable on any character, making it a very powerful addition to your arsenal even if you don't plan on using Elvis himself. It also comes with 40 crit, 15% tome damage up, and 10% wind defense up. But meh, let's be real, we really just care about the 50 offensive stats. Once your Elvis is 4-starred and you have access to all of the content of the Bravely collab, you could honestly just start heading straight for the Awakening Stones and get his Awakening 4 accessory as soon as possible, as it's very powerful. But there's also a couple hundred rubies that you can get for raising Elvis to 5-star level 100, so the choice is yours as to which route you want to invest your resources in first. Overall, Elvis is a unit that can be very helpful to new players, which is kind of the point. He comes with a bit of lightning and tome damage, some healing if you need it, and can reveal weaknesses, all of which are things that a new player can value a lot. As your account becomes more advanced and you fill out more roles on your roster, his usefulness will fall off, but he's still a powerful lightning nuker if the fight calls for it, and if all else fails, that A4 accessory is looking real good. And that concludes my guide for Elvis. Hope you guys are enjoying the Bravely collab as much as you can, despite all the ruckus around it, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. I already have the next few videos planned out, one of which is part 2 of my Glossum guide. With regards to that, sorry about the lateness on it, things have just been busy on top of me being sick earlier this week, so I'll try to get those to you guys as soon as possible. Thanks for watching everyone, and until next time, this has been Shizukats. See ya!